Good morning, students. Now we are going to discuss a solution of non-homogeneous differential equation. It is again from the model number 2, type 3. In type 1, we discussed how to calculate a particular integral from a given function pi of x where it was an exponential function. In type 2, we discussed how to get a particular integral from a function pi of x where it was a trigonometric function. Either it was sin ax or it was cos ax pattern. Now we are going to calculate a particular integral of the form pi of x by f of d where pi of x will be a polynomial equation in x. We all know what is the meaning of polynomial equation. Polynomial equation x, it may be like ax square plus bx plus c pattern, or ax raised to 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus f is equal to something. So these kind of equations are called as polynomial equations. So before going through the particular how to get a particular integral from this, let us go through its base. If we want to calculate a particular integral of a function, f of d of y is equal to pi of x, and we know that this pi of x is a polynomial equation here. So that will be, polynomial equation will be written like this. Pi of x is equal to a naught into x raised to n plus a1 into x raised to n minus 1 plus a2 into x raised to n minus 2 plus and so on a n minus 1 into x. Then next will be a n x raised to n minus n, that will be 0, means x raised to 0 will be equal to 1. This procedure of finding a particular integral is something like this. If we want to calculate a particular integral, that is yp, by using a pi of x with the relation pi of x divided by f of d. We use this pi of x divided by f of d to calculate a particular integral. This is a known concept. Okay, when we are going to calculate this by using a polynomial equation, then its answer, that is nothing but a particular integral, will also be polynomial. Second one, this particular integral can be found by using a division concept. What is the meaning of division concept? Division concept is something like this. So we take a division of pi of x divided by f of d, which has to be calculated. Then we go on dividing this till remainder becomes 0. When this remainder becomes 0, then we check it out its coefficient. With the help of coefficient, when we got our remainder 0, then we have to check it out this coefficient. This coefficient is equal to something. That coefficient will be treated as a particular integral. Here we need to follow few procedures in the sense hint we can take. So here pi of x will be given. So this pi of x has to be written all the time in a division method in terms of descending order, descending power of x. Then remaining is f of d. This f of d has to be written in ascending power of x. This we need to keep it in a mind. It doesn't mean that if you don't follow this, we cannot get a solution. We can get a solution. But if you follow this method, this writing pattern, then easily we obtain a result. That is more important. Then, as we all know, this coefficient will be treated as a particular integral. So let us take one example here. A small example I'll take, then further after that we'll continue with next example. If you take one example of calculating something like, if it is given like d square plus 3d plus 2 of y is equal to 2x square plus 4x plus 1. Here I will not calculate how to get a complementary function and general solution. Now I'll focus only to get a particular integral in this case. Afterwards, in a regular example, we'll take both. Okay, we know that our particular integral is always pi of x divided by f of d. As per that, if you write this, then pi of x is 2x square plus 4x plus 1, which is a polynomial equation in x, divided by f of d. What is f of d? F of d is d square plus 3d plus 2. But as per the hint, our pi of x, we need to write it in ascending order of x. Ascending order means, descending order of x means what? From higher power of x to lower power of x. Here already it is higher power first, so it is 2x square, then comes 4x plus 1. It is already given in descending power of x. Then f of d has to be taken in ascending power of x. What is the meaning of ascending power? Increasing order of x. In this we can see d square plus d plus 2 is given. Okay, so when d square is given, d square is the highest one, but we need to take in increasing order. Means instead of starting from this end to this end, we need to start it from this end to this end. Means first we take a number, then we take first order of d, then we take second order of d. Same thing we shuffled and we have written like this for our convenience to get our results easily. Okay, so then what to do? We can calculate the particular integral by division. What is that? Let us see. I take a division pattern here. Then here, as I told you, first we are going to take, here we are going to take pi of x, and here it will be f of d. Okay, so let us see what is this. Here we are going to take pi of x. What is pi of x here? Pi of x is 2x square plus 4x plus 1. It should be descending order concept. Then here we need to write down f of d. What is f of d? This one, but we have to write it in ascending order, that is 2 plus 3d plus d square. Okay, very first I'll take a line here. Then very first what we need to do, here I'll follow the steps what to do. Very first we have to take, we are going to divide this whole term divided by this whole term. But if you want to divide this whole term by this whole term at once, it is not possible. When the division is not possible at once, then we have to take a division bitwise. Small bits we have to make, then we have to take. How to take? In this entire equation, first I'll concentrate only one term, that is 2x square. I'll write down here. So that 2x square, first term divided by first term of this. Here it is, you can see this is numerator and this is denominator. We know that numerator has to be divided by the denominator. But when it is not possible at once whole, then what to do? The first term of the numerator divided by first term of the denominator to be taken. So first term of the numerator divided by first term of the denominator that you take. Then 2 to get cancelled, we get x square. So that x square has to be written here in place of a quotient. Okay. After writing x square here, what to do? Then we have to multiply this x square with denominator f of d. Multiply x square into 2, that is 2x square. Next, x square into 3d. How do you write x square into 3d? It is like 3d of x square. Means what? 3 into. What is the d of x square? It is nothing but differentiation of x square. What is the differentiation of x square? 2x. So that is 6x. Therefore, this is plus 6x. Next, x square into d square. What is x square into d square? It is nothing but d square of x square. Means what? Double differentiation of x square. What is double differentiation of x square? First differentiation of x square will be 2x. Then one more differentiation of 2x will be 2. So this is equal to 2. That 2 has to be written here. Now we need to subtract these two. This minus this. When we take this minus this, automatically minus sign will come here. Then all signs will be changed due to that minus sign. So here it is plus, so it will become minus now. Again it is plus, it will become minus. Again this will become minus. And we can see these steps get cancelled. 2x square minus 2x square get cancelled. Then what remains? 4x minus 6x, that is minus 2x. Then 1 minus 2, it will be minus 1. Okay. Next, one step is over. Then we take second step. What is second step now? Again, this divided by this again. But we have to see here, first term divided by first term again. What is first term? Minus 2x divided by first term of the denominator is 2. So 2 get cancelled. Then what remains? Minus x. Therefore, I'll write this minus x here. Okay. Then again, this minus x into this whole thing. Then minus x into 2 will be minus 2x. Then minus x into 3d means what? 3d of minus x. So that is 3 into differentiation of minus x is minus 1. So that is equal to minus 3. So that will be written here. Next, minus x into d square. First differentiation of minus x becomes minus 1. Then differentiation of minus 1 will be 0. Therefore, next is 0. Again, you take a difference between these two. This minus this. Then automatically this minus sign will become plus. Again, this minus sign will become plus. This is minus. So, again, this term get cancelled. Then, minus 1 plus 3 will be plus 2. Okay. Next again. First term by first term. Third step is what? First term by first term. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. That 1 I will be writing here. Therefore again multiply 1 into this whole thing. So 1 into 2 will be 2. Next 1 into 3d. 1 into 3d in the sense 3 into differentiation of 1 will be 0. Then double differentiation is again 0. Again you take a difference. Then it becomes minus. So it get cancelled. Therefore this is equal to 0. And we know that this 0 is nothing but a remainder. So when we get a remainder 0, that time we have to take its quotient as particular integral. Therefore in this case particular integral is equal to what? X square minus x plus 1. Okay. So this is called as a particular integral. Okay. So this is the procedure to calculate a particular integral. Okay. Now we'll take one more example. So the example is like this. Solve d cube plus 2d square plus d of y is equal to x cube. Since we can see this is of a pattern f of d of y is equal to pi of x, and this pi of x is equal to x cube, which is nothing but a polynomial. When it is a polynomial, then we have to take a division method to calculate particular integral. But this is a whole example given, so in this we need to calculate general solution. So general solution is nothing but complementary function plus particular integral. Okay. So let us first concentrate on calculating a complementary function for which the roots are required. So this equation can be written as auxiliary equation like m cube plus 2m square plus m is equal to 0. Then if so, then take m common from this to get a root. Then remaining is m square plus 2m plus 1 equal to 0, which is nothing but m into this m square plus 2m plus 1 is nothing but m plus 1 whole square, which is equal to 0. Therefore roots are fixed now. So 1 m is equal to 0. Next m plus 1 square equal to 0. Therefore m plus 1 into m plus 1 equal to 0. Therefore m is equal to minus 1 and minus 1. M is equal to minus 1 and minus 1. These are the roots. Okay. Then we calculate its complementary function. What is complementary function as per these roots? We can see here all the three roots are real, but different. These two are same and this is different. Therefore, it is C1 into e raised to 0 times x plus these two roots are same. Therefore, we will write complementary function as C2 plus x into C3 into e raised to minus x, which is equal to e raised to 0 times x is nothing but 1. Therefore, we write it as C1 plus C2 plus x into C3 into e raised to minus x. So, this is called as a complementary function of the given example. Now, we need to focus how to calculate particular integral. So, what is particular integral here? We know that particular integral is nothing but pi of x divided by f of d, which is equal to, what is pi of x? Here pi of x is nothing but x cube. So that I'll write. So ascending or descending order doesn't make any difference because this is only one term, a single term. Okay. Then denominator is f of d. How to write denominator? What is denominator here? D cube plus 2d square plus d. But as per the hint, numerator no problem, that is just a single term, so we take it as x cube only. Then denominator has to be written in ascending order, increasing order. We can see here it is a d cube, d square and d. So small quantities d first, then 2d square, then d cube. So this will be our pi, and which can be calculated by division method. Okay, so let us take a division method here. Okay, division method, here we will be writing pi of x. What is pi of x? X cube, which is nothing but pi of x. Fine. Then here we need to write f of d. What is f of d in this case? D plus 2d square plus d cube. We need to be very careful while writing f of d and pi of x. It should be in descending order, higher to lower, and it should be in ascending order from lower to higher degree. Okay, so it is d plus 2d square plus d cube. Okay, so now we'll concentrate to get a solution. Here I'll use this space for rough work. Then for this first step, very first step, this divided by this, okay, no problem, but it is a single term, but here we have multiple terms, 3 terms are there, so directly we cannot take at once, it is not possible. So but again we follow the same thing, that is first term of the numerator divided by first term of the denominator. So it is x cube divided by d. In previous introductory example, first term was a 2. Now it was a number. So that time we didn't face any problem, any difficulty to calculate. But here we should be careful. We cannot avoid this d. D is nothing but a differential operator here. So that cannot be avoided. So when we take first term divided by this, means first term of the numerator divided by first term of the denominator, then we have written like this, x cube by d. This d cannot be calculated directly because d is nothing but differential operator, and 1 by d is nothing but, what is 1 by d? 1 by d is nothing but integration. So that is called as inverse differential operator. Because of that only many times in the example they say solve this example by using inverse differential operators. This is the reason. Okay, so 1 by d can be written as integration. Now it is integration of x cube with respect to x. What is integration of x cube? X raised to 4 divided by 4. So this has to be written where? In place of a coefficient. Sorry, in place of quotient. That is x raised to 4 divided by 4. Next, multiply this x raised to 4 by 4 throughout this equation. First, x raised to 4 by 4 into d means what? Differentiation of x raised to 4 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 4. Then what is the differentiation of x raised to 4? That will be 4 into x cube. So 4 get cancelled. What remains? X cube. So that will be written here, x cube. Next, x raised to 4 by 4 into 2 times d square. X raised to 4 by 4 into 2 times d square. So 1s are 2s are. So 1 by 2 I take here. Next, second differentiation of x raised to 4. So first differentiation of x raised to 4 will be 4x cube. Then second differentiation of 4x cube will be 4 into 3 into x raised to 2. Means that will be equal to 12x square. So overall it is, if you calculate this, then it becomes x square into 6. Okay, x square into 6. Then x square into 6. Okay, that 6x square will be written here. 6x square. Next, x raised to 4 by 4 into d cube. So it is d cube of x raised to 4 by 4. Okay, then what it is? Then you can see 1 by 4 is taken away. Then first differentiation is 4x cube. Second differentiation of that will be 12x square. Third differentiation will be 24x. Okay, so 1s are 6s are, so it is 6x. So that will be written here. Then we have to take this minus this. When we take that, this plus sign becomes minus, plus becomes minus, plus becomes minus. This term get cancelled. Then it is minus 6x square minus 6x. Okay. Then again, one step is over. Second step. Again what to do? We have to take this step minus this. Okay. Again what to do? First term by first term. So first term is minus 6x square divided by d. Then that is minus 6 into integration of x square. So it becomes minus 6 into, what is integration of x square? X cube divided by 3. 1s are 2s are. So it is minus 2x cube. So where to write? Here. Minus 2x cube will be written here. Then multiply this term throughout the equation of f of d. So minus 2x cube into d means the differentiation of this will be what? Then it becomes 6x along with minus. So minus 6x square. Okay. So this is minus 4. Then first differentiation of x cube is 3x square. Then second differentiation is this much. Therefore it is minus 24x. So that will be written here, minus 24x. Next, this into this. So d cube into minus 2x cube. So third differentiation of this will be minus 2. I take it as common term. Then third differentiation of x cube is what? First differentiation 3x square. Second differentiation 6x. Third differentiation 6. So that is equal to minus 12. That is written here. Okay. Now we take a difference of these two. This minus this. So sign will change. When we apply minus here, automatically individual signs will change to opposite sign. So minus becomes plus, minus becomes plus, again minus becomes plus. Therefore this step get cancelled. Then minus 6x plus 24x. So that is 18x. Then this is carry forward. So plus 12 is taken. What is third stage now? First term divided by first term. First term of pi of x divided by first term of f of d. So it is 18 into integration of x. So 18 into, what is integration of x? X square by 2. So 1s are 9s are. So 9x square. So that 9x square will be written here. Plus 9x square. Now 9x square into d will be 18x. Then 9x square into 2d square. So that is 2d square into 9x square. So 9 into 2, 18. Then first differentiation is first differentiation of x square is 2x, second differentiation is 2, so that becomes 36. So that 36 will be written here. Okay, then you take a difference of these two, then it becomes minus, this is also minus, it get cancelled. So 12 minus 36 will be minus 24. Next, fourth step. So first term, minus 24 divided by d. Minus 24 divided by d means it is minus 24 into integration, means integration of minus 24 with respect to x. So that is minus 24x. So that will be written here. So minus 24x. Fine. Therefore, again you take minus 24x into d will be differentiation of minus 24x is minus 24. Next, all will be. Therefore, you can see here it is minus 24. Then again first term by denominator of f of d we have taken, that becomes 1 by d is a integration. So it is integration of minus 24 dx, that is minus 24x. So that is written here. Then minus 24x into d is minus 24. When we take its difference, this becomes plus. Again it get cancelled. So this is the remainder. And this is the remainder is 0, and this is called as a quotient. So this we need to take it as a particular integral. Therefore, particular integral is x raised to 4 by 4 minus 2x cube plus 9x square minus 24x. Therefore, the PI is x raised to 4 by 4 minus 2x cube plus 9x square minus 24x. So this is PI. Therefore, what is general solution? Complementary function plus particular integral. So write down general solution. Y is equal to complementary function is c1 plus c2 into x c3 into e raised to minus x plus general solution is x raised to 4 by 4 minus 2x cube plus 9x square minus 24x. So this is a general solution of the given example. So let me repeat the procedure once again. If this is the given example where we can see pi of x is a polynomial, then to get a general solution, first we need to go for complementary function. So first I'll take this equation and we find out the roots. Based on the root, we construct a complementary function. After that, we need to go for a particular integral. In particular integral, we take pi of x by f of d, but we write this pi of x in descending order and f of d in ascending order. That is written like this. Then that will be written here. We need to go for a division. Division is not possible at once. So what we do? First term divided by first term we take, but it is 1 by d is nothing but integration that is taken. So that term is written here. Okay. So next, this quotient term into f of d, each and every term to be multiplied. So this into this, this into this, this into this, that is written here. Then we take a difference between these two. This minus this term, we got this. Then again first term by first term is taken here. Again we got that, that is written here. And this into whole equation will be this line. So again this minus this you take, you will get one more line. So again first term by first term is this. Then this result is result 9x square is written here. Then again this into whole f of d will be this line. Then the difference we got. Then next is first term by first term is fourth one minus 24 by d. 1 by d is nothing but integration, so it becomes minus 24x. So this minus 24x is written in quotient. So this into whole f of d is taken. This is the result. Then the difference is 0. When the difference comes 0, we need to stop the procedure. So then this entire quotient will be taken as a particular integral. Then particular integral plus complementary function will be a general solution. So this is the procedure to follow. If you have any doubt regarding this one, then you are free, feel free to discuss with me. Thank you.